Vitamin B12 is essential for life, but millions of people unknowingly suffer from vitamin B12 deficiency due to poor absorption, dietary gaps, or reliance on inferior synthetic supplements. Older adults, vegetarians, and even meat eaters with compromised gut health are at risk, potentially leading to fatigue, neurological damage, and elevated homocysteine, a dangerous marker linked to heart disease and cognitive decline. The solution lies in opting for the bioactive methylcobalamin form over cyanocobalamin, a cheaper but less effective alternative that contains trace amounts of cyanide. Vitamin B12 plays a critical role in DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, nerve function, and the detoxification of homocysteine, a byproduct of metabolism that fuels inflammation when left unchecked. A deficiency in this vital nutrient can manifest as brain fog, numbness, depression, and even irreversible nerve damage if left untreated. Alarmingly, studies suggest that nearly 40% of the U.S. population may have suboptimal B12 levels, regardless of their diet. The biggest culprits behind vitamin B12 deficiency are malabsorption issues, such as low stomach acid, a lack of intrinsic factor as seen in pernicious anemia, and impaired function of the pancreas, liver, or small intestine. These are often compounded by dietary insufficiency, the chronic use of medications like proton pump inhibitors and metformin, and the natural decline in absorption that comes with aging. Additionally, vegan diets without proper supplementation and gastrointestinal surgeries, such as gastric bypass, significantly contribute to the problem. Unlike other B vitamins, B12 requires a stomach protein called intrinsic factor for absorption. Aging, gut disorders like celiac disease or IBS, and medications such as acid blockers can impair this critical process, making deficiency common even among those who regularly eat meat. While animal products like beef, eggs, and dairy contain vitamin B12, modern farming practices that lead to sterile soils and include antibiotic-laden feed mean that even livestock often require supplementation themselves. For optimal vitamin B12 absorption, experts recommend turning to methylcobalamin supplements, particularly in sublingual or liposomal forms, as they can bypass common gut issues to deliver the nutrient directly into the bloodstream. Beyond supplements, wild or unwashed organic produce can be a source, as soil microbes naturally produce B12. Fermented foods like traditional tempeh and kimchi offer small amounts, and fortified nutritional yeast can be a reliable option, provided you check the labels for active B12. It is crucial to avoid cyanocobalamin, a synthetic form of vitamin B12 that requires the body to detoxify its cyanide component, placing an unnecessary burden on your system. The push for this synthetic version mirrors broader pharmaceutical profit motives, prioritizing cheap, patentable forms over nature's more compatible solutions. Meanwhile, soil nutrient depletion and hypersanitized diets continue to strip away natural B12 sources, leaving millions dependent on fortified processed foods or ineffective supplements. Proper testing is essential to uncover a deficiency, as standard blood tests can sometimes miss it. Measuring vitamin B12 levels to ensure they fall within the optimal range of 400 to 700 picograms per milliliter is a good start, but a more sensitive marker is methylmalonic acid, or MMA. Elevated MMA can reveal a functional B12 deficiency even when standard B12 levels appear normal, providing a clearer picture of what is happening in your body. Daily vitamin B12 requirements vary significantly depending on individual factors and lifestyle. For most adults, the recommended daily allowance is just 2.4 micrograms, but higher doses are often necessary if absorption is impaired. Pregnant and lactating women require slightly more, at 2.6 to 2.8 micrograms. However, for vegans and vegetarians who rely solely on supplements, a much higher daily dose of 250 to 500 micrograms is typically recommended to ensure adequate levels. Vitamin B12 deficiency is not just a vegan concern, it is a public health blind spot affecting a significant portion of the population. The convergence of malabsorption issues, medication side effects, and modern agricultural practices has created a widespread nutrient gap that cannot be ignored. Choosing the bioactive methylcobalamin form, actively supporting gut health, and demanding greater transparency in food and supplement sourcing are key steps to reversing this epidemic of nutrient deficiency. In an era of engineered food scarcity and corporate-controlled nutrition, reclaiming your B12 sufficiency is both a personal health safeguard and a quiet act of defiance. By educating yourself on the best sources, understanding the limitations of synthetic vitamins, and working with a healthcare provider to monitor your levels, you can protect your nerve function, your cognitive health, and your overall well-being. The power to correct this silent epidemic starts with the informed choices you make every single day. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and smash that like button to support us. Thanks for watching.